Welcome in. I'm going to let you guys get notified before we get started. This is going to be the full moon in Virgo total lunar eclipse energy. So I'm going to let you guys come in, let you guys get notified before we get started. I'm going to let you guys come in. Let you get notified. Hello, my love. Welcome in. Love Eye, hello, how are you? I hope you are doing well. It's so good to see you here. Juanita, hello, good morning. Welcome in, you guys. So I'm going to just let everybody come in and get notified. I had to make the damn video public because it was accidentally unlisted. So you guys are getting notified right now. So I'm going to just give it a minute or two and then we will get started. I will timestamp the video. I did timestamp the last live as well. So that way you guys can jump around when you are catching this on the replay. As you guys can tell by the title, we are going to be doing a full moon total lunar eclipse reading. This is full moon in Virgo. So we are going to be talking about daily habits and identity that we have been talking about as of late. So just allow your heart, mind, and soul to stay open to how these messages are going to come to you. We will touch upon love, but as the reading stands, we're just going to keep the energies open as much as we can. All right, you guys. Lillian, hello. It is so good to see you here. Vicky, hello. Good morning. V the Ridge, hello, good morning. Kayla, hello, good morning. All right, and I also just wanted to come live as well for this reading, just because of the energy and just because of what we are experiencing. Let me just fix this lighting a little bit here. Okay. All right, everybody. So, like I said, this is going to be just like a general reading. We will tap into certain areas like love, career, and finances, but we're just going to really keep it open. All right. Angel spirits and guides, I want to thank you so much for bringing us all together here for this full moon in Virgo reading. What is the focal point here for Capricorn for this full moon total lunar eclipse in Virgo reading? Show us what we need to see here, please, Spirit, for Capricorn. First card out is unwanted energy. What seems like an opportunity may come with unseen strings attached. Before you commit to anything, look deeper. Are you stepping into alignment or unknowingly inviting energy that may overwhelm you? Now, I want to talk about this, but we're going to pull a couple more cards because this is exactly what I was thinking because of think about Virgo, right? And think about what Virgo stands for. Like I said, our daily habits and our identity, right? And if you are trying to quite literally be pushed into embracing who you truly are, Capricorn, You can't have unwanted energy. You can't take on or allow opportunities, and I'm going to talk more about this, but what seems like an opportunity, what does that mean? What seems like an opportunity? Because sometimes our ego, our patterns, our shadows can make things seem like it's an opportunity when really it is a test of judgment. Okay. Show us more here, please, Spirit, because we've been asking for what? What have we been asking for, Capricorn? You know, that's what's coming in. Show us what we need to see here, please, Spirit. Uniquely gifted. Virgo. The work, right? The effort. You are uniquely gifted, possessing abilities and strengths that are perfectly designed to fulfill your soul's purpose. Nurture your talents and use them to create impact only you can make. Capricorn, now y'all know I don't do this for play, right? Bottom of the deck here is limiting beliefs, talking about your beliefs shaping the world around you. Old narratives of lack, fear, and doubt may be blocking the abundance and love you desire. Recognize these limiting beliefs here. There is a flame of truth, a flame of prosperity. It's coming pouring in. We're gonna get one more. Give us one more here, please, Spirit, for Capricorn. We have fortunate timing. You got two. And this, listen, toxic environment. I do not do this for play. Okay. The path ahead is lined with gold, and the energy around you is primed for success. This is the time to make a move and seize the opportunities before you. With toxic environment, a toxic atmosphere may be interfering with your ability to focus on your goals and attract positive outcomes. The energy around you influences your thoughts, your emotions, choose relationships and spaces that inspire and support you. Capricorn, there is an unwanted energy here that is needing attention. It is part of a toxic environment. And this is also Virgo, right? It's also Virgo. And I love the energy. Thank you, Spirit, so much for just being here with us in these moments, because it is absolutely incredible to just feel the energy, right? And see it come alive in the cards. Like, it's absolutely beautiful. In this toxic environment, this toxic unwanted energy is trying to get your attention because it is affecting quite literally your ability, your gifts, your talents to be fulfilled, your soul's purpose. It is keeping you blinded. It is keeping you stagnant and still. The timing is now, and Spirit wants you to walk through this portal, right? In this portal, the key is your truth. The key is the sword, right? You take that sword, you put it right through there, it unlocks for you. You can walk up to the door if you want. It won't open if you're not holding this and willing to use it. That's the key. It's like you have to be willing to use that energy. God dang. Golly. Ain't this some shit? Ain't this some shit? I tell you. All right. The energy is freaking hot right now. They're pulling me to the Hidden Hearts Oracle. I'm gonna pull the cards. Listen, this is why I come live. Last night I tried to record this reading and Spirit was like, just do it tomorrow, go live, do it tomorrow. And I like literally tried to record it 4 separate times. And I would like go for 30 seconds and then I had to stop it. I would go for a minute and then I had to stop it, and I would go for like a minute and a half, and I had to stop it, then I would go for 45 seconds, and I was just like, okay, fuck it. Like, I just can't. Like, I can't get in. I can't. And it's because I was being told, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Wait. An opportunity, and see, this is what I mean, keep your heart, mind, and soul open. It does mean an opportunity, because every day is an opportunity. The decisions that you choose to make is an opportunity. So when you have this thought process of, yes, I'm going to, no, I'm not going to, and that is just in the very basics of utilizing your ability to actually take a step, right? Utilizing your ability to put in a handful more of effort, right? Utilizing your ability to use your voice in a way that you have been continuing to suppress. Utilizing your ability, your unique talent, skills, and abilities to make sure that you are no longer holding on to what is quite literally killing you slowly. Show us what we need to see here, please, Spirit, for Capricorn. What do you want us to see here from the situation? Someone wants to apologize. Forgiveness, return, sorry. They're saying somebody has been on their hands and knees in prayer or in meditation. Show us what we need to see here, please, Spirit. We have soulmates, deep love, unity, connection, and time, waiting, cycles, and moments. And see, this is what I mean, opportunity. If somebody comes back around and it's quite literally the same thing, and this is why, see, second chance, thank you, Spirit. Second chance, twin flame, past motherfucking life with bluff. Thank you, Spirit, because I'm getting ready to dismantle all this shit, right? This is exactly why I do this. I don't come on here for play. I do this shit for real. So when you have apology, soulmates, and time, what I mean by opportunity, if somebody's coming back around and just wanting to apologize, they want a second chance, right? It's like, oh, but this is my twin flame, this is my soulmate. Maybe this is just a cycle that's being repeated over and over and over again. And this is your opportunity to actually recognize that in order to get yourself out of this toxic environment. An environment is just a bubble of energy, my friends. Okay. An environment is just a bubble of energy, and unwanted energy. What seems like an opportunity, right? What could seem like an opportunity is this apology, something coming back around, a second chance. But if it continues in the same particular cycle and pattern, is it actually a second chance, or is it the third chance, the fourth chance, the fifth chance, the sixth chance? You see what I'm talking about? So whether this is a real apology of a true, unified, deep, loving connection where change has actually occurred, right? And what has actually been released, and this is on the other hand of situations and how this will flow with toxic environment and unwanted energy as it relates to this person. You both have to actually truly and wholly 100% be in that energy of removing what your personal toxic environment is. So whether it is a belief, right? Because remember, an environment is just a bubble of energy. This bubble of energy can be within yourself, right? And this is what I was talking about in the last live. It is lack of accountability. We all have something to be accountable for. It's the little motherfucking thing. Sometimes it's not this big overt thing that we have to be removing, right? It's the little details. This is Virgo energy. We got to think. We got to use our brains, right? So this, whether you have to know what it is for yourself. This is why the work matters, right? Otherwise, the readings will just seem very repetitive and they won't seem like they're actually doing anything, right? This is why doing the inner work matters. What is the inner work? Oh, taking accountability. That's the first step. Because in order to do the inner work, you have to take some sort of accountability for yourself in order to see what that work is. This situation is not going to be the same for everybody, right? And with this bluff card, we have pretending, mask, and exaggeration. This is exactly why I was talking about this coming up, because this apology for some may just be a bluff to keep the cycle repeated. And if you're not recognizing that that bubble of energy is toxic, unwanted, and not a real opportunity, but it's an opportunity for you to recognize what is actually happening for you personally, then and then it goes right back to you being uniquely gifted. Yeah, your unique gift is the gift of knowing, the gift of foresight. We talked about this in the previous live. And not allowing the fear of foresight to keep you still and stagnant, right? Because of the different steps that I now know I have to take. Wow. Listen. There's a lot of beautiful situations that are unfolding, right? That's the best way that I can put this, right? It's beautiful situations that are unfolding. And it's really hard for me to not talk about each little thing that's like coming in as far as like awareness in order to speak, because it's like they're showing me the little details about things, and they always do, but it's like that's why I try to rein myself in, because otherwise I'll go into like each little path that they're talking about, because everybody has this different resonance with what it would be for them. But understanding how this is truly affecting your life is important. Now let's pull some tarot. Let's pull some tarot. And see, this is why I love what I do here. I love this energy, because like working with this energy, because if we take it a step farther, and this is why I want to get like the little Zoom groups and things together, dismantling the mind together, bringing awareness together, talking together allows a deeper cellular healing, right? And that's just know that those things are in the works, okay? Because we want deep cellular healing. I want you guys to really be pushed out into your particular paths, your particular journeys, and utilizing your gifts for the collective, for collective expansion, because that is exactly what this is all about, right? So let's pull some tarot. Show us what's being revealed here, please, Spirit, for Capricorn for this full moon. Oh my Lord, the mother freaking moon. Of course the moon comes out. I love the fact that there's confirmation within the confirmation, There's confirmation within the confirmation. Sorry, I got my little strawberry matcha here. It's clarity. Bottom of the deck is the Hierophant, Temperance, and the Hermit. It's clarity on what is established, what sense of stability needs to be ended. This is the Four of Wands, the World, and the Moon. Now, the Temperance, the Hermit, and the Hierophant is showing us what happened in the recent past, and it just feels like in the recent past there has been a lot of introspection and introsight and clarity, and that's the Pisces energy. We've been having a lot of different planetary action that's been going on. So just in general, everybody has been receiving the awareness that they need, right? The clarity, the insight that they need. And that's what that Virgo energy is. And it's really been allowing you to kind of go back and forth. And these are big things, like big pivotal mental shifts. And again, a lot of people tend to forget that tarot is not just about the physical world. It is about our emotional world. It is about our mental world. It is about our spiritual world. And when you sit and you're making decisions, you're driving in a car, right? Think about You're driving in the car and you're going back and forth in the decision. That's Two of Pentacles. That's Temperance, right? You're over here thinking about and seeing different signs and synchronicities that are coming in. That's the Hierophant, right? You are, that's Virgo energy as well. So the Hermit, right? You're feeling this sense of bliss and joy when you're enjoying your day. That's the fucking Sun, right? You have to realize how tarot is actually showing up in your everyday life. It'll make more sense, right? It'll make more sense when you come to these readings, and how, yeah, I have been going back and forth about something, and how I tend to act, or how I tend to make decisions, right? And what I'm going to be doing moving forward. That's what this is. It's clarity on it. The world card is quite literally a sense of completion, right? I've learned my lesson here. I've completed this cycle. I no longer need to continue on down this path, right? That is your sword. That's your uniquely gifted energy being used. You're going up to the door and putting the sword in. It's as simple as that. It's not this big grandiose thing, right? Because life is not big and grandiose every single day. Some days it is, some days it's not, right? Even if, we think about people who are super, super, super wealthy, their everyday life to us may be super extravagant, but to them, certain things that they do isn't, right? So you have to kind of think about that means for you, right? Going to the grocery store, right? Driving in the car, being at work, interacting with your friends, your family, thinking about texting somebody, not texting somebody, being on social media. That's what this shit is. Okay? Deciding to deal with somebody, not deciding to deal with somebody, going back and forth with your baby mama, with your baby daddy, right? With your mama, with your daddy, with your cousin, with your sister, right? With your family, with your best friend, right? With a coworker, with a boss, right? You deciding to, like, think about this. You may have a job, but when you decide to start looking for other jobs, even if it's like, oh, I'm just looking, that listen, I love this shit. Okay. So whatever is completely ending here for you, just know that the decision that you make is putting you exactly where you need to be. Right? Let's go a little deeper here on this moon. And bottom of the deck is the most beautiful card in this deck. I forgot to show you guys, which was the abundant attraction card. There are no limits except those that you impose. The quantum field holds infinite potential. And what will you choose to create? Right? You cooking in the kitchen, baking, that's magician energy. Just so you know. Like, think about it. Lovers, Two of Cups, Page of Cups, something's coming. Something's coming. Let's clarify this moon, though. Let's not get off topic. Let's clarify this moon. Clarify the moon here, please, Spirit, for Capricorn. Yeah, Eight of Wands. The Queen of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, so it's information, it's messages of clarity. Now, the Queen of Swords, this could be a friend, this could be a coworker, mother, sister, cousin, bystander, mentor, teacher. Excuse me. It could be anybody, right? This could also be a higher guide or a deity, especially one that you speak to specifically, messages that are coming in, right? Messages that are coming in. And it's fast, right? It's a lot of communication. It's coming in, it's clarity, right? So whether this information is being directed through you, like you are the conduit and you're receiving these messages for yourself, or they're coming from another person, or maybe you're having multiple conversations with multiple different people, right, about different things, and it's bringing you a sense of clarity, wisdom, and guidance. But this could also be you, so just be open to how this clarity comes in, because It's helping you push the wheel forward, Wheel of Fortune. Thank you so much. I have literally been trying to work on my skincare. It ain't even funny. Like, it's not even funny. I've been trying to work on it. I've been trying. And I slacked off for a long time, and I have a lot of texture to my skin, but when I do my skincare, like right after I do it, it does look very like silky and dewy. Like throughout the day, it'll start to like go down, but since I've been recording in the morning, because it was the same thing yesterday. Somebody had the same comment, Lonnie. So thank you. But it's really, I think, just because I'm coming on right after I do my skincare in the morning, because later in the day, I do be looking a little dusty. But that's yeah. That's neither here nor there. But I appreciate it so much. So let's dive deeper into this because I feel like this reading is very self-explanatory. I feel like without too much clarification, we've got exactly what we need about really what's happening. I want to take a look at this energy of apology, soulmates, and time because you know, that is also important. Actually, let's keep these cards. I'm like, what is that? It's just water. Let's keep these here. And let's take a look at apology, soulmates, and time here, please, Spirit, as it relates to the past life twin flame, second chance, bluff energy for the full moon in Virgo, total lunar eclipse. It's the Five of Wands for me, to be honest. I do be dusty. It be looking dusty. I be looking dusty. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna hold myself. Like, yeah, see, exactly. The Five of Wands, the Tower, bottom of the deck is the Queen of Cups, the Five of Cups, and the Three of Pentacles. Y'all, I'm not even going to hold you. I'm not even going to hold you. Y'all, I don't do this shit for play. What did I say when these first came out? Okay, Kay? You know. And this is exactly why I said, because I knew this was the type of time this shit was on. I knew this was the type of time this shit was on. You want to know why? Because we are in the year of the fire horse. Y'all can't forget that. I think that a lot of people listen, and this is just another side tangent. Y'all know I'll be going on side tangents because that's why I say besties, because y'all are my besties, right? And I would never leave my besties hanging. One thing's about it, two things for sure. If I actually care about you, if I actually love you, I'm not gonna pacify you. I'm not gonna enable you. If I see some shit that's wrong and that's going on, I'm gonna let you know. I'd be like, listen, bitch, listen, bruh. Don't do that, right? I care about you. I see you and I see that don't go that direction. You know what I mean? I'm not. So I knew this was the type of time this energy was on. Okay. I knew that was. That's why you got the Five of Wands and then Tower. This is classic, repetitive love, tarot, twin flame soulmate jargon BS, right? And I want y'all to know that I don't be saying these things because a lot of readers, like, again, this is still part of the side tangent. A lot of readers on this platform are just here to blow smoke up your ass because that's what keeps you coming back, right? The lovey-dovey titles, the bullshit ass interpretations, right? That's what keeps people coming back. The feel good, coming for an emotional tap. I'm trying to tap your emotion in a different way, right? Because I actually care about you. I actually want to see you get what you want and not stuck in a repetitive cycle that's going to keep you frustrated, right? Because that's not the point of this. And at the very basics of how you can use tarot is quite literally to transform your life. So why would we utilize it to keep us stuck in repetitive cycles just for a feel good for 17 minutes, right? But that's what gets the views, right? Because people just want to feel good. People don't really want to. But I'm here to really change that. I'm here to shift that paradigm, because we can read cards and have fun and kiki and haha and do all that kind of shit. But at the same time, um, I'm not doing this just to kiki and haha. Like, I'm doing this because it also helps me, right? It also helps me have sight for myself, for my own growth, for my own awakening, for my like, and that's what this is about for real, right? But if you keep tarot in the lovey-dovey emotional tap type phase, it stays taboo. If you finally show people for what the fuck it is, oh, yeah, mm-hmm. It's supposed to be utilized with other, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna hold you. Like I said, we can read cards, we can kiki, haha, we can do all that kind of stuff, right? We can get nosy, we can do that because you can do that, right? But at the same time, this is not the tarot entertainment channel. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, what? No. Okay. I mean, for sure. For sure. Love a good tarot for entertainment. Maybe I'll come on live one day and we'll just like pull tarot to read a story and like tell a story, because you can do that. But like at the same time, let's be for real. You know what I'm saying? Y'all my besties. Okay. And we don't do shit for play. Anyway, back to the game. 5 of Wands, the Tower. 5 of Wands and the Tower. Weren't we just talking about emotions? Queen of Cups, 5 of Cups? It tells you everything you need to know. Your soul wants to end a particular cycle. And I say that because the time card gives us that confirmation. Cycles, second, right? We have waiting, cycles, moments. Show us more here, please, for this energy. With apology, soulmates, time, second chance, twin flames, bruh, end it. It's done. Out of here. Out of here. Out of here. 9 of Wands with the 5 of Wands. You already got the 4 of Wands. A structure is unstable. A sense of love is and maybe it is not attached, because again, we got those people that be like, I don't have nobody in my life. Let's think outside the box, right? Out of the box. Out of the box. Whoa. Let's think outside the box here, right? Even if you were not with somebody, it's called a cycle. It's called a pattern for a specific reason, right? So maybe even if you don't have somebody, after this full moon, somebody tries to come back up. I think people forget that energy fluctuates and not everybody's going to experience everything at the exact same time at the exact same moment, right? So maybe after this full moon, there's somebody that tries to come back around, or somebody new that comes back in, but is embodying these same patterns, habits, and cycles that Spirit was trying to show you about a week ago. Oh my God. Yo. I'm done. I'm done. No, I'm being dead ass serious. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, maybe it comes up and then you're like, oh shit. This is exactly what Spirit was trying to tell me. And then you still go in the wrong direction. Don't do that. Don't do that. Right? No. So this is how the energy will play out. As some people, it's happening now. For some of you, I'm not with somebody. Well, you're gonna meet somebody, but they're gonna be having that same cycle and pattern. And then if you actually identify and recognize that, guess what comes in? A new person. Right? But this Five of Wands, Nine of Wands, Tower energy is blowing my shit. Right? Is blowing my shit. Because at the bottom of the deck here, you've got the Wheel of Fortune, the King of Cups, and the King of Swords. Bruh. For some of you, this person comes in with major truth. This is something you can trust. This is honesty. This is mature. This is openness. Okay. And for some of you, this is about no longer allowing yourself to be super apprehensive, super like, you know, if it doesn't happen in the way that you want it to happen. Because again, everybody is at a different phase, right? It's the collective reading is for you to be hit with the message and utilize it for where you are at, particularly in your life. So it's the same thing, like, because this is just the love, like the love part of it. Like, I've already spoken about the financial wealth part of it, or the general part of it, because it's about our habits, it's about our patterns, it's about our day-to-day things, it's about what we are or are not willing to accept and allow in our lives. It's about the little things, right? The little details. You've been flooded with information and details. So whatever this is that may have been keeping you stuck, still stagnant in this particular position, it's time to end that phase, end that cycle, and that pattern. It's for you to understand what that blockage is for you. Now, we can dive into this a little bit, but in the weekly reading, we did talk about that in the career phase, okay? Because the energy was already there and available for us to talk about. So when I did the career and finances portion, a lot of what was needed came up. So let's take a look at what you have to let go of here, Capricorn. Overall, generally, right? We're pulling back from just the love portion and just moving back to the overall, what you need to release, what you need to let go generally for this situation. See if you can see that. There you go. Chariot. The Fool. Damn. And the Nine of Pentacles, bruh. Spirit trying to call us out for sure. All right. And I hope you guys know, like, when I'm speaking and doing these readings, I'm also speaking to myself, right? So when I say y'all, I'm also I'm talking about myself too, because how can I explain this? When I do readings, it's almost as if, and I know this is kind of like weird to say, but it's almost as if let me pause for a second. When I do readings, especially live readings, I personally have like this semi outer body experience, and I feel like I am within the collective. Does that make sense? And almost as if my vessel is quite literally being utilized to bring forth a message, right? Which is why I've been coming live a lot more, because I like that feeling or that whatever it is. I don't know. It's like my soul has been like craving it more. So I've just been going in that direction. But I'm also talking to myself just so y'all know. Okay. Um, with the Chariot, the Fool, and the Nine of Pentacles, when we're taking a look at what we're needing to release, it's it's almost as if Spirit is saying, listen, bruh, listen, you have been headed in a direction that it really hasn't been exactly where you've been wanting to go, right? It's been bringing you success, it's been bringing you joy, it's been bringing you happiness, but we're kind of at a point now, and this is still like Spirit saying, like, we're kind of at a point now that you need to recognize exactly who you are, right? You need to recognize, right? When we think about the Nine of Pentacles, we think about somebody who is accomplished, they're established, they know who they are, they live and breathe and are exuberant in their own personal energy. The Fool is somebody who is excited and they're willing to take a leap of faith. They're willing to take some sort of a chance. When we're thinking about this in a blockage position, it's almost as if I've gotten comfortable with where I am. I've gotten comfortable with holding on to this particular position in my life, but you are meant for so much more. And it's not like this is more or less a chugging along, and I take leaps, I take bounds, but it's not. Your soul is craving something more. Does that make sense? Like, you've been continuing to just kind of compromise. You've been it's like compromising of your soul, compromising of your path. How can I say? Hmm. Mm. Okay, yeah, because it's kind of easier to just stay with the truth that I've been living. Nine of Wands, Justice, Seven of Swords. Hmm. Can we just get one more, because it's again, it's the, yeah. Two of Pentacles and Justice, right? Stop compromising. Stop going back and forth. 100%, 100%, 100%. And remember, this is going to be in a way of thinking, in a way of choosing, in the way of living, how you utilize your gifts, your talents, your skills, your abilities, if you're going to stay in a particular environment or if you're not. The Four of Wands is coming to a completion, right? And how and what this Four of Wands is in your life, it's quite literally different things for different pieces of your life. Depending on your personal natal chart, and this is again why the astrology is so important, because also it's not just the general astrology, but based off of your personal natal chart. Yes, we are a Capricorn collective here. It's a beautiful thing. But we all have different natal charts, right? And that is also a beautiful thing. And this is why the readings can sometimes go in one direction towards the other, depending on the collective that is tuning in, the collective that has been liking, commenting, all that kind of stuff, and the energies that I'm picking up on within that. Your personal natal chart is really going to help guide you during astrological events like the full moon, eclipses, especially when we're going through astrological transits, like weekly, things like that, and kind of the houses that are personally being affected for yourself. So I do always encourage you guys to check out your own personal natal charts. I will put the links back in the description box below for you guys, just so that way you have access. All of the links that I have listed are free. They're the links that I use for myself. Um, and it just is important to kind of understand your birth chart, especially if you're going to be watching tarot. Like, honestly, it's just another piece to the puzzle, and you don't have to be super well versed in what's going on. um Cafe Astrology does a really good job in breaking things down. Again, it is absolutely free. You can print it out. I know we do things very digitally nowadays, but I really like Cafe Astrology. I printed mine out years ago, but I would encourage you guys to use that site if you're not quite sure of your natal chart, your other placements, the houses that your planets and stuff are in. If you're not quite sure of any of that information, I would use Cafe Astrology and just print it out, right? Print it out and put it in a binder, right? And I would go through that, and I would start to take a look at the transits as I talk about them, and the degrees and where things are happening for you, because it will help make things make more sense as it relates to decisions, choices, energies that you're personally feeling and going through, and kind of timing of situations for yourself personally. And if that's something that you guys want me to talk about as well, I used to talk about it. I used to do it. Um, for some reason, it's like those things don't stick as well on the algorithm. So if it is something that I would bring back, it would be something that I would bring back in like a membership form, because it takes a lot of work for me to record it and edit the videos, as well as um, just to kind of like sit and speak about the energies more so than I already do. But it will help make things make more sense for you guys. And it is something that I've been thinking about. So just not now, but it's just something I've been thinking about because it's important, right? It's important, and I care about you. I care about you. Okay. So with that being said, let's continue to move forward. Oh, I wanted to use this energy oracle deck. The more you know, the more you can grow, right? And it's really just knowing more about yourself. Healer of the ages. The sixth chakra, Archangel Metatron. And the energy of envy. Wow. Bottom of the deck is the thinking man and walking away. Yeah. Capricorn, I've got this hand placed on my heart, on my soul right now. And it's taking you to a place of clear awareness of your true next, like you're walking through this portal, walking through this next phase of life. And what that means is the way that, and again, I've already said this, but it's just the way that you're going about things is different, right? Remember the year of the fire horse. Remember that energy that we were talking about. It is present even more because this is just a shift of your identity as well. Okay. And we've been talking about that. And who you are is embedded in what you do, right? And what you do, I don't mean just like physically in your career. I mean like your everyday habits, right? That Eight of Pentacles energy, and your diligence and your means of hard work and dedication, and what that looks like for you in your personal life. Embedded in that are our habits, choices, and decisions wrapped in with our mindset and how we look and see and operate. there's deep healing that has been going on for you. And this healing has been coming in because of information, clarity, because of your intuition, like I said, and with all of this happening in Pisces season, it is giving us so much clarity on ourselves and who we are and the decisions and choices that we do make, and kind of like what our everyday looks like and how that also affects outcome and affects our dreams, our hopes, our wishes, and the ability for us to utilize our gifts, right? You are so worthy, right? So worthy. And allowing fear, limitations to keep you from experiencing what spirit has for you is a downfall, right? And we don't want that. We don't want to feel like, well, if I go down that direction, I'm a failure. Well, that thought process is embedded in something even deeper, right? And that's what I mean. Like, by these patterns, these cycles, these habits, it's like when we repeat things to ourselves, when we keep ourselves from fully embracing a specific task that we know is going to lead us to where we want to be, that is embedded in a habit, that's embedded in a pattern. Those are deeper rooted energies, right? And it is up to us to take accountability and to become aware of where those roots are stemming from, right? For our own personal gain, for our own personal sense of growth and awakening. There's so much to be taken, not even taken, to be transmuted and placed back into the universe to come back to us tenfold. But sometimes we're very afraid of doing that because, again, either lack of foresight or so much foresight that it keeps you still or stagnant, right? And this is what I mean by tarot being a part of our everyday thing. And it's not just about our physical world, it is about our mental world. I'm going to say, wow, there's a blue jay that just flew by. I'm going to say it's a big chunk mental, right? Physical is a bit smaller. Emotional, like mental and emotional, is probably like close in tie. Mental, emotional, and spiritual are a close tie. Physical is like the lowest percentage because your mental, emotional, and spiritual actions, choices, decisions, habits, patterns, cycles is quite literally what is going to predict your free will. What does it matter with your free will choices if you don't understand where the choice is even coming from? And this is what I talk about, right? Right? You've got readers that read the surface, you've got readers that will go and take you through the backlog, right? That like the real information, like give you the actual scoop, the real scoop, right? Like, yeah, I know that already, Tina. Like, I know that. Like, I know that that's happening. What I need to know is where the files are at, girl. Okay, where the files? Show me the files. That's me. I'm gonna show you the files. I know what's happening on the surface. I can see that with my own two eyes. Thank you. Thank you, Michelle. Okay, I can see that. Okay, what I need to know is what are in the files. Okay. I'm just saying. So, if you want to know the actual scoop, the actual tea, the actual information, you can hear my friend. You know what I just realized? And I got so sad just like in an instant while also talking. The Chinese place that I was going to go to get lunch is closed today. Because they cook their General Tso's chicken so good. Okay? So good. And when I mean, because you know when you usually get General Tso's chicken or like sesame chicken or anything like that, it is like it's crispy, but it's also like a little soggy. You know what I mean? This place, when I tell you, it is quite literally crispy. When I mean crispy, I mean crispy. Okay. And it's not like drowning in sauce. It's just like just enough sauce. And it's like perfectly. And I was going to get it. And I didn't go yesterday because I was like, oh, I'm trying to be good. I'm oh my God, I'm so fat. Oh my God, I'm so fat. I need to stop. Okay, anyway, back to the scoop. Back to the scoop. Yeah, you just listen. For somebody, a great group of somebodies here, why are you so concerned about what other people are going to think if you put yourself out there? Like, why are you so concerned about that? If you put yourself out there, people are going to see you regardless. Okay? Regardless. They're going to see you regardless. And we all already know, like for some strange reason, it's like we want the people that we know, people we grew up with, our friends, our family, we want them to support us. Why? They're not going to buy your shit. Even if they did support you, they're not going to buy your shit, right? No. The people that are actually going to sustain income and sustain life for your business aren't going to be people that you know, and they aren't going to be people that you grew up with, and is not going to be your neighbors, right? This is exactly why if you ever wanted to do good, and this is like I love my mom for doing this, if you ever wanted to do good and like not like cookie sales, but like fundraisers and like all that type of stuff, or like if you would, what do you call it when you like fundraise for yourself outside, for sports or whatever that is. You got to go, you got to be strategic, and you got to go to different areas. You know what I'm saying? Not where people know you, and not where people know what's going on. For some of you, it's quite literally that. Like, well, I keep myself shadowed because you quite literally know you're going to be successful. You're going to succeed and be able to do all of these things. But there is this air of fear around being seen or around being exposed. Listen, and maybe it's not like, again, it's not going to be this grandiose thing, but the step of putting yourself out there is number one. For some of you, there is somebody that is actually close to you that is envious, like has this envious, I'm not going to say they're directly envious, but they have an envious spirit, and there could be something that's keeping you from fully shining in the way that you want to, or doing what you want to, or experimenting or whatever it is in the way that you want to because of this. And this could be a business partner, right? This could be somebody that, like, this could be a friend or somebody that you're involved with. It's giving like Three of Pentacles energy in that way. For others of you, there is this shadow of a doubt that is brewing behind you. It's doubt. It's shadow of doubt of self, of something happening. Being able to be accomplished. And it's not that you aren't succeeding, and it's not that you aren't already achieving. It's kind of this, I keep myself safe and where I know I can grow. Like, I know I should maybe expand, but I don't want to. Like, I'm doing good here. I don't want to expand. Even though you know, right? It would be good. It would be something that you can accomplish and achieve. Maybe this is about requesting or asking for something. Yeah, this is about getting uncomfortable. Comfortably uncomfortable for the sake of self. And a part of that comfortability is something that isn't necessarily the best for you. Like it's worn out its stay, if that makes sense. Like, okay, we're done here. Damn. Okay. Let's clear some space. And take a look at what is coming in next. What is coming in next year, please, Spirit, for Capricorn? After this full moon, total lunar eclipse in Virgo, what is coming in next? What is coming in next for Capricorn? Capricorn, you have attachment, ancestors, prosperity, and soulful appreciation. It feels like there is a guide that is coming along with you. It feels like there is someone very specific. This could be a specific ancestor, but it's like tapping deep within into your cells. They're coming with you, they're supporting you, they're guiding you. And this is because you are quite literally walking through a threshold, you're walking through a portal. And this person, this deity, this guide, because the ancestors card talks about historical connections and purposes. They're coming in because they are a part of this unique gift tribe, right? They support this energy. They can help bring life to this gift that you are specifically utilizing, right? So everybody is going to be experiencing something different. You're going to feel different vibrations within your body, different messages that come in. You're going to receive a repetitive sign that is them letting you know that they are here with you, right? This is going to be very important because this is also a path. This is also a portal that is bringing abundance. And this is physical abundance. This is financial abundance. This is, different material abundances, right? And a sense of success, right? Prosperity is kind of walking down this golden path to this beautiful estate, this beautiful mansion that is surrounded by luscious greens and water and flowers. And it's really, really pretty. It's really, really beautiful. But it's basically because you are being rewarded for who you are, right? You are being rewarded for what you have done. You're being rewarded for the phase of life that you have finally gotten to. And there's going to be a lot of abundance in this phase. I mean, both cards, this is the prosperity card and this has the coins on it. So just know that this phase of life is bringing a change to your prosperity. It's bringing a change to your sense of wealth and physical abundance here, because it is your soul being paid back. This ancestor, it's again, it's an attachment to you in a beautiful way, very deep and cellularly, and they're helping guide you through this next purpose of life. I love this. Let's see, let's get a couple more. Yeah, you are walking in your light, walking in your purpose. Ace of Pentacles, the Chariot. It's a brand new physical opportunity, physical beginning. Six of Wands, Justice. It's quite literally a successful contract. You are being rewarded here, right? And again, the Sun. There's going to be a celebration once you get there. There's some sort of celebration, congratulations, or something that comes in that makes you feel incredibly good. Yeah, Ten of Pentacles. This is you establishing yourself for the long haul. So I would expect a great deal of success, abundance, joy, messages, clarity, a sense of security, safety, a new guide or deity that's supporting you and following you. Wow. That's what I got, you guys. That is what I've got. I feel like today's reading was very powerful. I feel like there was a lot of information there for us to really take in. So I'm going to leave it here. I do hope that y'all found it insightful and that it resonates for you. If it did or if it does, go ahead and smash the like button for me. You guys can leave your comments below. If y'all have caught me on the replay, just make sure that you guys leave your comment in the comment box. And of course, like the video and make sure you're subscribed as well. I will also be posting again today. It will be a pre-recorded reading that you guys will get. So look forward to that as well. This energy is potent. It's powerful. Utilize it, you guys. All right. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you so, so much for joining me. Another early reading. Thank you guys so much for being here, hopping on, supporting. Y'all are absolutely amazing. And it just makes me super, super happy. And I want you guys to know that, because like I always say, y'all do not have to spend any of your time here with me. You do not have to watch me. You do not have to like, you do not have to engage. You don't have to do anything. So I do appreciate each and every one of you for even spending a little bit of time with me. Those of you that have been commenting, those of you that have liked the video, and of course, all of y'all that are subscribed. Y'all are my peoples. Y'all are my besties, and we are here together. All right. I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will speak to y'all in the next one.